So another bold move by the Bank of Japan, not at its second April policy meeting where it pretty much left things unchanged, but it's also released its twice yearly report on the country's economic outlook, and it did stick to its target of achieving that 2% inflation within the next 2 years. Now, a lot of experts see that promise as a bit optimistic, to put it nicely, and in fact, some have said the outlook is less a report than a wish list. Japan's been stuck in deflation for over a decade, and consumer prices slipped again in March, showing just how far the BOJ has to go. Now, the yen strengthened briefly after the BOJ's announcement, but then fell back, which is an indication that perhaps the market's not quite sure what to make of that. Now, strangely, the central bank doesn't seem to be discouraged. Today's report was even more optimistic in terms of inflation projections than its previous one. So, when will the BOJ achieve that ambitious 2% inflation target? Well, it said inflation will climb to around 2% during the latter half of the coming 3-year period. In other words, it's given itself as much room as it can. But even that's going to be a big challenge for Governor Haruhiko Kuroda. The BOJ's only hope is that massive monetary easing stimulus boosts inflation expectations, and as it's already launched one of the biggest easing drivers the world's ever seen, a lot of people, including me, are wondering what it can possibly do next if the target stays out of sight.